Well, ladies and gentlemen, to begin match day number 10, we head to the South Coast. We are in Southampton at St. Mary's Stadium for what should be a very entertaining clash between this Southampton squad and Arsenal. Remember the last time these two teams faced each other, Arsenal did take a 4-0 win at the Emirates. That was in round one, so this should be a fantastic game here, I'm sure. Can't wait to see how this one's going to unfold. It will be that of Arsenal getting us underway. I'm experimenting with the camera angles that it gives me. I apologize if it changes too much to your liking. I've kind of been messing about with them. Arsenal, as you'll know, took top of the table once again after last time out. After it was Crew Alexandra having the defeat. It's Martinelli. Well, he tried to slip it through to Odegaard. Nothing there. Intercepted. And now Southampton trying to move forward with Bernardo Silva. He's got Bukayo Saka. He's got Hwang-Min Son forward. He's got Raheem Sterling there as well. Oh, here it is. It's Raheem Sterling. The shot, and it's in. Slight bit of error there with Arsenal's defense, and Southampton have a goal with Raheem Sterling. We didn't see that one coming. Surely not this quickly, at least. Well, here it is. It was Bernardo Silva. He tried to get it, and I think that was Saliba. It's just tried to tackle, but it's taken a deflection. It's gone right back to the feet of Raheem Sterling, and he's by himself against Flecken. And at the near post, and it's 1-0 to Southampton. And that'll be a welcome change. Remember, again, as we were talking about the reverse fixture. The reverse fixture between these two squads. Arsenal winning 4-0 in that fixture. Of course, Southampton, the game after that, won 6-0 against Crew Alexandra. But this Arsenal squad, I tell you what, we're sitting at 15 points, tied on points with Crew Alexandra, only ahead on goal differential by 2, as it's Martin Odegaard. Now the shot turned away by Pickford. Up for a corner here for Arsenal. Only ahead of Crew Alexandra on goal difference. Matter of fact, Crew Alexandra will play Crystal Palace later today. That should be a fun one, being hosted at Selhurst Park nonetheless. Corner swung in. There goes Hwang-Min Son headed away. Now at the feet of Mohamed Kudus. Mohamed Kudus versus Matty Cash here. Inwards to Martinelli. De Bruyne, the shot saved again by Pickford. Arsenal lead at 15 points in 8 matches. Crew second, 15 points as well. Palace third at 14. United fourth at 13. They'll have the bye week today. Also at 13 points include both Wolverhampton and Wrexham. Southampton sit at 9. And then Ipswich and Liverpool dead even at 5 points at the back end of the table. Been a very incredible first half of the season. Surely more of that to come here. Here's Saliba. Tackled. Southampton having a little bit of difficulty getting it away to start. Mohamed Kudus. Oh, sorry, that wasn't Kudus. I believe that was Party. Headed back to Lewis Dunk under pressure from Marcus Rashford. It's Nathan Ake now. Coming up next, we do have Liverpool hosting Ipswich at Anfield. I hear there's a bit of snow going on at Anfield today, as well as we do also have Crystal Palace hosting Crew Alexandra. And Wrexham hosting Wolverhampton. Marcus Rashford nearly got in there. I believe he nutmegged Nathan Ake, but instead it's, I'd say, temporarily cleared away. It's back at the feet of Wan-Bissaka. It's Mohamed Kudus, who stayed on sides. Inwards to Rashford, who's blocked. Romelu Lukaku on the left side, tackled by Mohamed Kudus. And Kudus again, back to Rashford. Pressure from Dunk. There's Kudus. Now Southampton looking to press forward. It's Raheem Sterling. And Saliba will get it away out to Wan-Bissaka. Inwards to Timber. Timber to De Bruyne in midfield. Over to Martin Odegaard. There's Kevin De Bruyne. Can he slip it through to Rashford? No, I tell you what, Nathan Ake has had a busy day so far. He's not shied away from the pressure, though, Nathan Ake. He's done very well. It's Chilwell to Lukaku. Back to Chilwell. seeming to enjoy the ball at the touchline, but it's been given away. Now it's Marcus Rashford. Find a way past Chilwell. He's got Mohamed Kudus. He's got Odegaard. Martin Odegaard tackled by Dunk, and now Thomas Partey gets it away to Raheem Sterling. Oh, and a miss-hit pass there from Lukaku, but it looks as if he'll get it back. That time finds Partey. Southampton squad making a couple of errant passes here. I think that's really been the difference. They struggling to get the ball forward. The goal from Sterling, of course, more of a deflected, blocked pass that ended up back up at his feet. Here we go now, Southampton starting to play a slight bit more patient. Oh, Lukaku ran straight through Mohamed Kudus, and he gets it back, although I do believe it's going to be a free kick here. Goodness me, he looked as if he was an NFL player. He's gone straight through. He's gone straight through Mohamed Kudus there. Tell you what, if I'm on a football pitch and I see Romelu Lukaku running at me full steam like that, I am moving out of the way. He is a big guy, that's for sure. Jolinton now to Odegaard, to De Bruyne, back to Odegaard, and back to Timber. The Arsenal squad's been moving forward quite a bit here. I wouldn't be surprised if they snatch an equalizer here shortly. Well, that's just a plain miss-hit pass. Turn over back to Southampton. It's Bernardo Silva to Saka. He's actually been tackled. Now Saliba to De Bruyne. It's actually quite incredible. So the Premier League account in real life, as it's De Bruyne, I'll get back to that note in a second. The Premier League account in real life has actually posted a reel on Instagram not all that long ago telling you how to pronounce different players' names who are competing at the Euros. So there's a couple of these guys now I'm actually quite confident in knowing that I'm saying their name correctly. Romelu Lukaku to Partey, although Kevin De Bruyne gets in the way, but it's back to Lukaku. Oh, it's Raheem Sterling again. Sterling can get round. No, and I don't know what he's gone after there, I'm afraid. Kudus to Rashford and back to Kudus again. We may have Martin Odegaard here. To Rashford, under pressure again from Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake allows him pass. It's off the woodwork from Rashford. And it'll be out for a goal kick as Martinelli can't keep it in play. Well, that was a good attempt from Rashford there, I'm afraid. It's come off the upright there, and it's kind of curled itself out of play. Eventually it was going to, but Martinelli tried to get back on it, didn't quite. Towards the end of the first half here, I'd say Arsenal still looking the better squad. Let's get that clear. Arsenal, I think, far and away look as if they're getting themselves in position a lot more than this Southampton squad. But the difference is at the moment, Southampton have had their goal, haven't really had a chance since, but the chance that they did have, they put away. And that explains the scoreline in which we have. It's Matty Cash now on the side, back to Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake has done a fantastic job so far here today, that has to be said. Hopefully that can continue in the second half, because really he's been the anchor of this Southampton defense so far. 2 minutes added time. It's Marcus Rashford now. Matty Cash trying to pressure him, and he does tackle the Englishman off the ball. It's Bukayo Saka to Silva, and that'll do it for the first half. So Arsenal down here early. Now, what's interesting about this is if Arsenal lose this game, remember the last time that we had Crystal Palace face Crewe Alexandra, Palace walked away with a 2-0 victory. So, that being said, I mean, some serious movements could happen in the table today. If Arsenal is unable to snatch even a point from this fixture. Raheem Sterling scores early, and that's been about it so far. Arsenal dominating possession, having more shots, more passes attempted, slightly lower pass accuracy, which slightly surprises me a little bit. I thought Southampton was a little bit more careless with their passing there, about midway through. And Southampton with more tackles. Performance, I would assume Nathan Ake is quite high up there. 5.7, that surprises me a little bit. As it turns out, they've given it to Lewis Dunk so far. That's been the key player for Southampton. That does surprise me, although he's doing very good. But I think Ake has made the tackles and the clearances when it's mattered. I think there's been a couple of times in that first half, where if Nathan Ake wasn't there to clear the ball away, it certainly would have been a goal. So it'll be Southampton now on the ball, as it's Thomas Partey trying to work past Joe Linton here. He's got Romelu Lukaku, he's got Raheem Sterling, he's got Heung-min Son somewhere floating behind, but it's Raheem Sterling, their son, up to Silva. It's tackled by Valencia in defense. And now it's Marcus Rashford in midfield. He's got Mohamed Kudus, and it's under hit, I'm afraid. Well, over hit and behind him, really. Son has fallen back to defense here for some reason. Lukaku tries to move forward, not there. Saliba to Timber. Saliba again to Wan-Bissaka. Back to Saliba. Arsenal content with playing out of their own defensive line here for the time being. Good ball. It's Joelinton to Kudus, tackled by Chilwell. And now Lukaku trying to move forward. It's Raheem Sterling back to Partey. Oh, Sterling may have space here. The Son in midfield. Heung-min Son with some space to move now. He's got Sterling. He'll try to slip it behind to Lukaku. A little bit of jumbling about happening there. It's Thomas Partey inwards to Lukaku in front of goal. I think Flecken may have saved that with his face. Either way, good save, and it's Bernardo Silva now. Tackled by Joelinton. And now it's Kevin De Bruyne with Rashford. Rashford trying to find a way around. Rashford hasn't scored in a couple of match days this. He's been overtaken by Timo Werner to be league leading scorer. But it's Martin Odegaard now with Mohamed Kudus. The shot turned away again by Pickford, out for another Arsenal corner. About an hour gone here. Well, we've got a substitution to be made. It will be Ryan Gravenberch coming on for Mohamed Kudus. Kudus supplying a couple of good runs there on the close side, but nothing really worth any danger. Corner played short to De Bruyne. Chilwell in defense to Martinelli. To Timber. Timber tackled. And now it's Bernardo Silva. Silva's got Gravenberch. He's got Saka. Oh, sorry, that was not Gravenberch, Mohamed Kudus. But it's Raheem Sterling now. Raheem Sterling, and it's in. A brace for Raheem Sterling. And this game has gone the direction nobody has expected. And Raheem Sterling by himself totally, albeit not as easily worked as the first time they scored today. But still, Southampton has absolutely been in control of this game on the scoreline. Arsenal may be dominating possession, they may be having better passes, they may be working the ball forward. Southampton have finished their chances. And it's 2-0 to the Saints at home against an Arsenal squad who was looking, perhaps, to stay top of the table after today. Will it happen? It's Marcus Rashford, he's tackled by Dunk. Oh, advantage being played. It's going to be a free kick here for Arsenal. Oh no, maybe not. Rashford's upset. Højbjerg coming on for Heung-min Son. Oh, will be a free kick for Arsenal. Martin Odegaard standing over it. Rashford's been called as well. It's Odegaard. Oh, goodness me. That was a brilliant free kick. Wow, okay. Martin Odegaard. Lovely stuff. Here it is again. I mean, he is 24 meters out. Of course, it's scoring distance, but the accuracy you have to strike that ball with, and he's put it in such a place, Pickford can't reach it. Brilliant finish. So brilliant, the camera can't even track it correctly. I mean, that's as good as it gets right there. Arsenal have a breath of fresh air, but still a lot of work to do, with only about 20 minutes remaining in this game. Southampton on the ball. It's Silva back to Cash. Under pressure from Martinelli. Oh, it's going to be given away here. And it's Marcus Rashford inwards to Martinelli. It's Odegaard again. Odegaard can find a way around. It's Gravenberch. That ball deflected. Timber headed inwards to Jolinton, back to Saliba. Martinelli to Odegaard, to Rashford. Rashford tackled by Matty Cash. Kayo Saka. Southampton squad slightly under more pressure here than they're used to. Of course, Arsenal's been pressuring this whole game, but it's been more meaningful from Southampton. The one opportunity that Arsenal really get in the free kick set piece, it's been a fantastic finish. And now perhaps can we see Arsenal work something on the ground? He's got Martinelli, and he's got Marcus Rashford, but Martin Odegaard can't find a way through. And now it's Silva to Saka. He has Raheem Sterling, but Wan-Bissaka gets in the way. Saliba to Malacia, either one. Back to Flecken in goal. And about 10 minutes to go here for the Gunners to try to salvage a point from this fixture, or for Southampton. Well, to walk away with a, in their opinion, would be a very welcome 3 points. Of course, when is 3 points not welcome? Especially for this Southampton squad, who, again, when you remember the reverse fixture and the domination that Arsenal had in that game, you have to think about, perhaps, can Arsenal have a move here? It's Marcus Rashford. He's tackled by Dunk. Oh, but it's gone back off of Rashford. I think it's, yeah, has it gone probably either way off the hand of Rashford back into the gloves of Jordan Pickford. That one was close. About 5 minutes remaining here. See if Southampton can hold on. Although Odegaard tackles, it's Jolinton moving forwards now. He's got Martinelli on the far side. Matty Cash trying to defend. Martinelli on the outside of the box, working his way in. Can he get past Nathan Ake? No. The Dutchman has been a fantastic player in defense for the Southampton squad today, and again it shows. As it's Thomas Partey. It's Lukaku to Sterling. Back to Thomas Partey again. Lukaku has Silva. It's past the post, I'm afraid. That could have been the winning goal for Southampton, no doubt. Zaniolo coming on for Raheem Sterling here. No hat trick for Raheem Sterling today, but a brace I'm sure he'll be happy with, and I'm sure Will Ends will be happy with as well. Luckily we'll play that one up the pitch, about to Rashford. It'll be 3 minutes added time here. Plenty of time for Arsenal to find something if they get on the ball now. If they don't, they could be in trouble. That does not happen like that. Total backflip, and it's now Martinelli. Martinelli to Rashford. Rashford, can he get it? No, it's cleared away, and that's going to do it. Southampton nabbed 3 points off of Arsenal. Wow. What a game that was. Very entertaining stuff. 2-1 the final score from St. Mary's Stadium. What a game for Raheem Sterling, and what a game for Southampton. They deserve this win today, and Arsenal will have to hope for a good result elsewhere, preferably a draw for them. A draw and Crewe goes top of the table, but they won't lose second to Crystal Palace. And over at Anfield, the snow is falling between this game. Critical to both sides. Liverpool hosting that of Ipswich Town at Anfield. Should be a fantastic game this, with snow having affected this fixture. Should be a fantastic game to be a part of. And I hear, just some 53 minutes down the road, that might be snowing over at Wrexham as well. That'll be a fun one coming up later. But for now, goodness me, they are doing it up for this fixture, that's for sure. Beautiful drone shot as well. Anyways, it will be Liverpool getting us underway here. As you can see, the grounds crew have done their best trying to remove the snow from the playing surface. Liverpool squad taking their first win of the season. Last time out against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and now this Ipswich squad looking to claim, I believe, only their second win of the season. But it's Darwin Nunez to Richarlison. Oh, goodness me, it's an early one for Ipswich here. Richarlison puts it away. We were talking about how this was the only game that Ipswich had won this season, was the reverse fixture against Liverpool in Matchday 1. And here they are, coming out early. I think Hugo Lloris probably could have done a little bit better to get to that one. But early deficit for the hosts now. As back underway we go for the second time. Ipswich lead 1-0. As it's Abrechi Eze on the right side, trying to get past Henry. He can get past Henry here. He may have a way in. He's got Callum Wilson in the middle, but no, tackled by Henry. And Henry perhaps with some room down the far touchline. Inwards to Phil Foden. To Richarlison. He's got Darwin Nunez as well. But not only did Ipswich beat Liverpool in the reverse fixture, they didn't have Darwin Nunez at the time as well. That's something to keep in mind. Liverpool no longer have Raphael Varane, although what I will say is they have played better with Jack Grealish in the squad. Jack Grealish, formerly having been drafted to Crystal Palace, no longer there. Raphael Varane has been a massive key part of that Crystal Palace squad. And Ipswich now on the attack perhaps again. Trying to get it through to Darwin Nunez was Richarlison. Turned over. Oh, and turned over again by Phil Foden in midfield. And Ipswich back on it. I say credit to Phil Foden. It wasn't his turnover. But Kieran Trippier battling Grealish on the touchline. Richarlison back to Trippier. Back to Richarlison again. And I'm curious to see if this Ipswich squad plays as carefully as they have been in recent games. That's part of the reason why this Ipswich squad, I feel, hasn't really had the results to go in their favor. They play way too cautiously with the ball, but we'll have to wait and see if that changes as Declan Rice does tackle Jadon Sancho off the ball as they try to head into the attacking third. It's Declan Rice. Estepinian on the left side. Back to Rice, who's floated back slightly into defense, but trying to work his way back up now. Walker versus Jadon Sancho. So Liverpool having to play out of their own back end here, and I tell you what, the pressure provided by Ipswich at the moment really forcing Liverpool into an odd place to be. They're not quite finding a way forward. Darwin Nunez, Jadon Sancho, Richarlison, and Phil Foden have all been pressuring the passing lanes very effectively here. As it's Mateo Kovacic who finds Kyle Walker again, back to Kovacic, and then back out to Romero. This Liverpool squad is struggling to find any sort of room here. They may have some now with Declan Rice to Jack Grealish, to Callum Wilson. Tackled by Gabriel, but Wilson stays on it. And now finally tackled by Wilson again. And perhaps can Richarlison have some room on the right side if he can get past Estepinian. He'll pass backwards to Arturo Endo. Kanji to McAllister to Henry. As Eze pressuring Henry. Henry to Sancho. Sancho tackled by Eze. It's Declan Rice. Half an hour gone here. Ipswich got the opener in the 3rd minute. Quick strike from them. But I'm curious to see if Liverpool can find a way forward. They've held the ball a lot more than this Ipswich squad, but I think Ipswich is more working forward rather than Liverpool trying to work sideways in all sorts of directions. Well, here we go. Ipswich again now trying to play very more direct, it seems, although Richarlison to Darwin Nunez. Can he get past Estepinian and Romero? No. Grealish now dribbling backwards to Estepinian again, to Rice, to Mateo Kovacic. Kovacic now with room perhaps. He has Kulusevski. Inwards to Callum Wilson. Back to Kulusevski. Trying to get past Akanji, and Akanji gets it away. There's Phil Foden. Back to Arturo Endo. To Richarlison, to Foden again. And now Phil Foden trying to move forwards. Endo, tackled by Grealish, but Foden still with the ball at the corner. And Grealish, unfortunately, sorry, not Grealish, Phil Foden takes that one out of play. Well, you gotta wonder what's going through the mind of Jurgen Klopp. So it'll be Estupinian. Pressure from Darwin Nunez. Remember, coming up here, we do have next up the Crystal Palace hosting Crewe Alexandra at Selhurst Park, and then our final game of the day, Wrexham hosting Wolverhampton. That should be a fun one there. Just a mere, just a mere 53 minutes down the road from the M53. Down to the racecourse ground, where Wolverhampton looking to bounce back after last time out did lose to this Liverpool squad. There's Wilson to Grealish to Eze, inwards to Kovacic, back to Eze. Eze, can he shoot? He can, and Liverpool equalize. Well, Liverpool get the equalizer right before halftime. A fantastic run inwards then. Mateo Kovacic did well to find him. Matter of fact, he had to pass it through both McAllister and I think that was Akanji as well. Great incisive pass. And Eze beats Gabriel around the side and gets it past the keeper then, who I believe is David Raya. And Liverpool have it 1-1 now. One minute added time here. Here's Akanji. Can he get it to McAllister? Back to Akanji, and that'll do it for halftime. So Liverpool strike right before that halftime whistle. And for a game that is relatively, I would think, been in the way of Ipswich here, Liverpool do get their opening goal of the game. And it's all square here as we head to halftime. And this doesn't surprise me. Liverpool having more possession, the one shot for each squad obviously being the one goal. Nearly double the amount of passes for Liverpool than that of Ipswich. About equal pass accuracy, more tackles. Who goes down as the principal player so far? Of course, Darwin Nunez and Richarlison with the goal and the assist. Akanji on it as well. Going to the game, Mateo Kovacic so far has been the best player on the pitch. I think I may agree with that. Tough to tell. Tough to tell. When we look at the quality of players, when we look at statistics as well, obviously the first thing we're ever going to see is goals and assists, but so much more is done on the pitch here. I think that's what the game has recognized via that of Mateo Kovacic. Charleston now, and he is tackled by Estupinian. Grealish back to Declan Rice, to Estupinian again. Romero with a little bit of space here, although Darwin Nunez and now Richarlison as well closing in. Estupinian is able to find a pass out of that one. Now that the game's all level, I tell you what, I'm very interested who's going to come out on top, or if we see a draw here. If either one of these squads, if they get a good attempt, they could realistically put a ball in back of the net and take the lead of this game. And it looks as if Liverpool trying to do that with Grealish into Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson now, can he get past? Oh, who was that in defense? I think it may have been Akanji either way. Didn't have it that time, but Liverpool, it's now Toureze. Tries to get it back to Kovacic and taken away by Endo in midfield. And Phil Foden finds it backwards to Akanji. Back to Foden, back to Henry. Now to Endo and back to Henry again. See, this is where Ipswich sometimes find their downfall. They're in a position like this where it's an all-square game and they just refuse to attack. Although what I will say is their passing has been much better today than in recent games. They've certainly looked as if they've been more attack-minded, or at the very least direct. Sancho to Darwin Nunez, to Richarlison, tackled by Romero, although brought down to the box, and I think perhaps where the Ipswich supporters have a little bit of a problem with that one. Of course, the tackle was clean, but it could have been the extra afterwards that Ipswich fans probably couldn't have had a problem with. Phil Foden gets the ball to Nunez, to Richarlison, backwards to Alexis McAllister now, and to Jadon Sancho. Estupinian and Declan Rice tag-teaming the ball there and getting it back in the possession of Liverpool. And with an hour gone, still all square. That ball hits well in the way. Henry making a good interception, although I think the pass was like worse. But, either way. Phil Foden at the touchline now has Henry, has Foden again. McAllister to Foden. May have Richarlison here, and he does. Richarlison versus Diaz. Richarlison, he slipped it through to Foden. That's a brilliant pass, and it's Phil Foden tried to get it to McAllister, and I think he tried to even tap it on to Nunez, but too much happening there, and Ipswich losing possession, I think. Had McAllister just taken a shot, I think it certainly would have been a goal for Ipswich. Instead, Liverpool back with possession. About 20 minutes remain here. Estupinian. Eze tackled by Arturo Endo. And now it's Richarlison to Darwin Nunez. Back to Richarlison. Out wide to Jadon Sancho, who stays onside. There's Endo. Endo to McAllister, to Foden. Tackled well by Diaz, and now Liverpool, can they look to counter? With about 15 minutes remaining here, they'll need to move quickly. It's Kyle Walker. Wilson to Mateo Kovacic. Mateo Kovacic now with room on the left side has Jack Grealish. Inwards to Callum Wilson, who may have Eze, but the pass behind him is overhit, and out at the feet of Kieran Trippier. Well, I tell you what, good pressure there in the attacking third by Liverpool to try to force a mistake out of the Ipswich defenders, but I'm afraid Ipswich will retain possession here. But as I say that, Kulusevski gets it back. It's Rice to Grealish. Grealish trying to get it to Wilson. Now about 10 minutes remaining. Jadon Sancho back to Kieran Trippier, inwards to Gabriel. Trippier again. Liverpool pressing so high up the pitch right now, it's almost as if Ipswich can't find a route through. This is very much what Liverpool was facing in the first half. Remember I was talking about that. How Ipswich was playing direct and Liverpool was facing a brick wall and trying to find passes. Well, that's exactly what's happening to Ipswich now. How to turn tables. But, keeping that in mind, it was then Liverpool who found the goal not all that far after. And maybe do we see that here for Ipswich as it's McAllister versus Diaz. Well, hang on a minute. It's going to be out for a goal kick. I could have swore the referee was going to have a look at that one. Diaz very strong in defense. And a substitution. Ben Rahamo and Fati come on for Grealish. And Eze. That's a lot of... Hang on, we'll get that graphic in a second. So Ben Rahama replaces Grealish on the, I believe, the left side. And Fati replaces Eze. As well as that, as Anthony replaces Jadon Sancho. Darwin Nunez. Good tackle from Diaz. 5 minutes or less remaining. And another turnover. In possession, and now Ipswich moving forward. It's Darwin Nunez, the shot, and it's in! Darwin Nunez, with almost no time left, puts it in for Ipswich. Oh, and you could hear a pin drop in Anfield. You certainly could, couldn't you? Well, here it is again, and it started with a turnover in possession in midfield. They tried to clear it. Good pass into Nunez. Lloris probably could have done a little bit more, but either way, Darwin Nunez with one of his first goals of the campaign nonetheless. Certainly his first for Ipswich since being traded to Manchester United. Darwin Nunez in the 87th minute has Ipswich up 2-1. And now Liverpool again on the back foot here, but perhaps is there still time? Of course, there's not going to be much added time, so they'll need to get possession back now, and they do. Just waiting the word from the fourth official. It's going to be probably 2 minutes. Yep, there it is. Good guess. And to Fati, to Kovacic, to Declan Rice. Rice back to Estupinian, and again, Liverpool playing way too cautiously here. It's Ben Rahama, past Warturo Endo, it's Callum Wilson. Can he get round to Ansu Fati? Fati tried to have a shot, blocked, and taken away, and Ipswich a 2-1 victory over Liverpool here. Well, unfortunate for Liverpool, who looked very promising that game. Was able to strike back at halftime. Very good fixture for both squads. Back and forth game, really. I certainly couldn't have predicted the winner. The winner. Darwin Núñez with the goal that sealed it. Very well done from him. And our next fixture of the day, we head to Crystal Palace. Selhurst Park, as Palace take on Crewe Alexandra. So here we go then. Selhurst Park is the ground in which we'll host this fixture as Crystal Palace and Crewe Alexandra. An unbelievably crucial fixture to both sides here. A win for either team will see them go top of the table. Matter of fact, a draw for Crewe Alexandra will see them go top of the table. For Crystal Palace, that will see them still remain third. So a win for Palace brings them top, a win for Crewe brings them top, and a draw puts Crewe on top. Crystal Palace need a good result here. Remember the reverse fixture between these two squads? It was a 2-0 victory for Palace. Let's see if they can manage more of the same today, although Giovanni Lo Celso already versus Casemiro, and quick work had to be made. I'm not sure why the orange lines are on display. I don't know who did that. Perhaps there was snow that melted by now. Who knows? Apologies for that. It's Alexander Isak. Can he get past the defense here? No, Pedro Porro will find Zinchenko in midfield. Still to come, we head to Racecourse Ground. Wrexham host Wolverhampton Wanderers in our final match of the day. But a quick look on what we have coming up in match day number 11. Arsenal host Liverpool. Southampton host Crystal Palace. Ipswich will host Wrexham. Crewe Alexandra will host Manchester United. For now, the time being, back to Selhurst. It's Diogo Jota. May have Diaby along the left side. Diaby has Isaac center. It's Isaac the shot. Oh, and a great block then. Was that Pedro Porro who blocked it? Either way, brilliant defensive effort, because that shot had pace to it. Casemiro standing over the corner. He'll call Miguel Almiron close. Almiron, can he get past Jorginho? Finds Rafael Varane. Varane is tackled, and Crewe looking to move forward. As Gabriel Jesus, it might be on the break here. Giovanni Lo Celso versus Pau Torres. And good defending from Palace. Very well not to commit a foul either. That one was close. Another turnover in possession, and now it's Crewe back on the ball again. It's Jorginho. Jorginho versus Casemiro. To Guimarães. That ball deflected, and Palace back on the ball here with Diaby. Diaby has to backtrack. He finds Diogo Jota in midfield. To Varane, to Robertson. Back to Varane. To Diaby. Might have Robertson on the side, and does. And now it's Miguel Almiron. It's Isaac, has Jota in the middle. Isaac wanted to shoot, was tackled by Martinez. It's Jorginho with it in midfield. Casemiro and Gonzalo Montiel looking on. There's a couple of backwards passes here for Crewe. It'll be Zinchenko. Zinchenko now with Diogo Jota, and I think that is Montiel as well. No, that's Miguel Almiron. It's Casemiro. Alvarez to Alvarez. It's Bruno Guimarães. Can he get past Pau Torres and find a shot? Maybe. Still Guimarães. Does Torres get it away? Yes, he does. But Casemiro makes a mistake, and it's back at the feet of Crewe again with Alvarez. Alvarez, can he get past Rafael Varane? No, and a good clearance then by, I believe that was Pau Torres. 20 minutes gone, and Crew definitely looked the better side here. What? So don't mind me, I'm going to press the X button because I have no idea what's happening here. Not many times I do actually touch the controller during these broadcasts, but I've never seen a kind of glitch like that. They just stood there, and no ball was to be made available. So Robertson will find Isaac. Isaac now may have space, but he's got Diaby, and he finds Casemiro backwards. Isaac to Miguel Almiron. Almiron tackled. Oh, and Almiron's brought down. Almiron brought down in the attacking third, and that would be a huge knock to this Palace squad. He's gone down in a heap as well. Whew, that was a neat tackle then. Well, Miguel Almiron has found his feet once more. I believe, was he holding his shoulder or something else? I couldn't quite tell. He had gone down rather quickly, though, for the contact that was made. Isaac, Diaby with it on the far side. He's got Diogo Jota. He does have Almiron. Pedro Porro in defense. He'll be out for a goal kick here. Will we get a look at what happened with Almiron? Now there's the shot, and it was a block then. I believe, well, I didn't actually read the nameplate like an idiot. I think it was Pedro Porro, though, either way. That one was very close, though. Only just snuck past the post. Almiron does have an injury here. Of course, the camera's not on him to be able to see naturally just when you need it to. But I'm sure we'll get that look eventually. Half an hour gone here. Opportunities for both sides. Still neither side yet to break the deadlock. But it's Julian Alvarez now. Finds Giovanni Lo Celso as Botman does make a tackle. Bit of a miscommunication almost in the defense for Palace. But either way, it's Montiel to Casemiro, back to Montiel, and back to Torres, who's found his way to the right wing back position. Miguel Almiron seems to have healed from his injury, perhaps the old magic sponge. Casemiro to Almiron. So this is where Palace does pretty well. They're very comfortable in passing their way out of danger. It's a risky game to play, but sometimes they do it well. Only sometimes. That's John Stones over to Zinchenko, to Jorginho, to Gabriel Jesus now. Back to Jorginho, to Bruno Guimaraes. Casemiro doesn't get in the way. Pau Torres does. Oh, Guimaraes slips past, and Aaron Ramsdale has no chance. Bruno Guimaraes puts away the opening goal for Crew Alexandra. Let's have a look here. So Casemiro sat there. Pau Torres did everything he could, but he was shimmied around, and Bruno putting it past Aaron Ramsdale, although if you really expected Ramsdale to have a good enough attempt at that, you're dreadfully wrong. Well, what are you doing? You can't be outstretched for that? I'm sorry. I hate to be biased. It is my own team after all. This is the team I've drafted, and I certainly wish I drafted Nick Pope. Anyways, less of that. First half about to come to a close here. Although the scoreline reads 1-0 to Crew Alexandra, it has been a good game. And Casemiro looking forwards now. He's got men in the box to try to help him, although that ball tackled. Back to Alisson and taken away. Zinchenko's found his way to the far side. Over to Bruno Guimaraes now. To Alvarez, to Jorginho, to Gabriel Jesus, to Giovanni Lo Celso. Back to Jorginho. He's got Bruno Guimaraes and Jesus once more. Botman trying to perhaps make a defensive effort, and Rafael Varane. Oh, but it's back at the feet here. And a good tackle out of time, out of play that time. 1 minute out of time. 1 minute added time. Good lord. Anyways, corner coming up here for Crew. Well, Miguel Almiron is holding his shoulder, his right one. Looks as if it'll be Jorginho to take the corner. That ball swung in. Almiron by himself at the near post. Nobody even wanted to be in a position for that, although Crew have it once more. Trying to get it to Gabriel Jesus. It's not necessarily cleared away well. Yeah, referees called that half to a close rather early, I'd have to say. Well, 1-0 to Crew Alexandra. Bruno Guimarães with the lone goal for the time being. But with how either of these squads are playing, I wouldn't be surprised if we get another one coming up shortly. Got more possession for Crew. That looks about right. About equal passes attempted. Pass accuracy about the same. More tackles for Palace, but they've been on the ball less. Let's see who's been the critical player. It is Jorginho. 7.7 rating, of course, with the assist. For Palace, it's Andrew Robertson. Miguel Almiron with the injury. Again, it's a shoulder. Aaron Ramsdale, of course, with the 4.1% rating. Who else would have thought that? Not me. Anyways, it will be Palace getting us back underway here. Down 1-0 to start the second half, although that is not a place where they are afraid of being. Any given moment, this Palace squad could attack. And now it's Diaby. Can he get past Zinchenko? Oh, he just may. Yes, he does. Diaby trying to work inwards. Diaby! It's a great save from Alisson. Uncomfortable, to say the least. That was a risky one for Crew, but they get the ball back. Now Giovanni Lo Celso to Jesus, to Guimarães. Back to Jesus. Back to Jorginho, and it's Giovanni Lo Celso now. Couple of men forward. Casemiro trying to move inwards. It's Lo Celso to Guimarães versus Pau Torres. Trying to cut inwards. Torres a good tackle, and Montiel. Oh, Montiel made a mistake. Boy, I tell you what, that one was close. Montiel tried to get it to Almiron. The other, Alvarez, got in the way, but it ended up back at the feet of Montiel anyways, and was eventually able to get rid of it. And now it's Diego Jota on the far side. Can he get past Pedro Porro? No, tackled by Porro. Good move. Isaac trying to put in the work on Alvarez here. It's play switched over to Zinchenko on the near side. Mahrez working inwards now. About an hour gone. Again, very even game this. Just the one effort from Crew was able to put them ahead. I'm assuming if Crystal Palace get themselves a halfway decent opportunity, they'll have much of the same. I hope. And again, if Crew win today's game, they will go top of the table. Robertson has Diaby. Diaby to Isaac. Isaac's come deeper into midfield here for some reason. It's Robertson. It's out of play. While we're gone, it's going to be a throw-in for Crew. On the touchline, Gabriel Jesus to take. I don't know what that was, but anyways, Zinchenko now with the ball. To Jesus. Robertson trying to pressure here. It's actually a good defensive effort. It will be out for a corner, and it looks as if, will we have a substitution? No, not quite. Let's look at the goal again from Guimarães. Ramsdale not able to get a touch to it. I'll tell you what, Pau Torres did as best as he could to defend against that one, but Guimarães was able to shimmy around him. Corner taken shortly to Jesus. It's Pau Torres trying to provide defensive effort to Julian Alvarez. Finds Martinez. Martinez back to Alvarez, to Guimarães once more. Several players in defense that time from Palace. That's Gonzalo Montiel trying to make a way forward, but will end up passing backwards. Botman back to Rafael Varane. To Torres. To Robertson. For some reason working backwards here. Play switched over to Gonzalo Montiel, inwards to Isaac. About 20 minutes remain here for Crystal Palace to find an equalizer. Little Botman to Montiel. Montiel trying to find some space here. He does eventually find it. Has Diaby, has Isaac, has Diogo Jota forward. Isaac trying to take it for himself. Back to Casemiro. Casemiro in the attacking third. I don't know what he's doing there. Casemiro again. It's Diogo Jota. Jota to Isaac, but no, tackled away again. Some great defending by this Crew squad. Now Giovanni Lo Celso. Robertson tries to tackle, does actually get Lo Celso off the ball. And with 15 minutes remaining, Palace can look to attack once more. I think a draw here would be helpful for Palace. They draw level on points with Arsenal. They play them in a couple of match days' time. Crew would go outright top of the table by 1 point. For Palace to drop points to Crew here, I think would be, I would say slightly unfortunate. It'd be very unfortunate. It'd be in hell of a position, as it's Diogo Jota. The shot saved by Alisson. That one hastily cleared away. 10 minutes remain. That's another good attempt there from Palace. Yet to find a goal here, as it's Miguel Almiron. Almiron tries to get past Alvarez. Julian Alvarez passes back to Pedro Porro. Stones working the ball back and forth. It's John Stones still. Back to Alisson in goal, and this is what we might see out of Crew here. May just hold on to the ball. Although now will they have an attack forward? They've got Giovanni Lo Celso. They've got Julian Alvarez. Robertson doing his best to try to force Lo Celso into the corner, which he does. Although all this is doing is pretty much wasting time. That ball picked up in midfield by Isaac. Isaac working his way past a couple of Crew players. It's Diogo Jota to Almiron. Isaac might be through here. Isaac to Almiron. Almiron brought down. Calls for free kicks, but nothing granted. And now it's Gabriel Jesus to Giovanni Lo Celso once more. And I highly doubt we're going to get any added time here. Torres on the ball. Oh, what in the hell was that, Torres? God, that was just such a rash decision when you have the ball in midfield like that. You could have done so much more. Probably 2 minutes at a time, the absolute most. And I highly doubt we're even going to get that. 1 minute it is. Pedro Porro on the far side, or on the near side rather. Casemiro tackles. Has Robertson. Has Diaby. Diaby cuts backwards, and that's going to do it. Crew Alexandra 1-0 over the host Crystal Palace. And a game that Crystal Palace desperately needed, but Crew Alexandra now go top of the table. And for our final match of the day, we head to Racecourse Ground, where Wrexham look to take on Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolverhampton losing in the reverse fixture between these two sides. And Wrexham looking to make some even more room towards the top of the table. With the 3 points, they could absolutely make their way into second place. Wolverhampton could do actually just the same. Arsenal lost earlier today. Crew just took the 3 points over Palace. That moves them outright top of the table. Arsenal will remain at 15 points. Palace remains at 14. Wolverhampton and Wrexham both at 13, as well as Manchester United. United have the bye week this time. That'll go to Wolverhampton next time out. But should either Wolverhampton or Wrexham take the win today, they could theoretically go second place, perhaps even top of the table, if the result is that one-sided enough. So it's Luis Diaz now, inwards to Cody Gakpo, who may have room. Gakpo, what a finish that was. Cody Gakpo has made Emi Martinez look silly there. I mean, that shot was taken halfway decently far away as well. He has rightly curled that past the Argentine keeper. I'd expect a little bit more from the Wrexham defense there. Either way, Wolverhampton have the opener. So Virgil van Dijk within the midfield now, trying to work his way back forward. Diego Dalot to Silva, to Thiago, Bruno Fernandes, as Harvey Barnes. Barnes, oh, the outside footage shot from there was a bit of a silly decision. Although it would have looked fantastic if he pulled it off. Remember, Christopher Nkunku pulled off a goal like that a couple of match day ago. Luis Diaz with it, has Cody Gakpo once more. Has Gakpo again to Diaz. Diaz inwards to Gakpo, tackled by Virgil van Dijk. And Fernandes now. Dalot. Yuri Tielemans to Barnes. See if Wrexham can put together an attack here. It's Christopher Nkunku, tackled in midfield. And now Luis Diaz. To Fernandes, to Diaz again, to Mohamed Salah. Salah now down to the corner versus Diogo Dalot. As Diaz, has Gakpo. Tackled out of play by Yuri Tielemans, and I'll be out for a corner. Salah plays the corner short to Diaz. Diaz passes it backwards to Sandro Tonali, to Salah. Remember, Tonali last time out scored a wonderful free kick goal. Well, tackled by Fernandes, and now Mohamed Salah to Gakpo, tackled again. Barnes. Barnes going to get it to Nkunku, he can. It's Yuri Tielemans. To Nkunku, to Fernandes, to Thiago. May slip it through to Barnes here. Fofana trying to chase him down. It's a good tackle by Fernandes. Luis Diaz at the touchline trying to work inwards. It's Mo Salah. Over to Madison. Is that Van de Ven on the far side? There's Nkunku. Nkunku trying to work inwards now. Looks as if Fofana trying to tackle. It's Fernandes. What a save from Pope. Sandro Tonali and played forward to Luis Diaz. Forwards to Fernandes. It is Mickey van der Ven on the far side. What's he doing that far up the pitch? Salah lofts it over the top to Fofana. To Fernandes. Luis Diaz, oh, cheeky little back-heeled pass that, and Mo Salah with it now. Oh, I think he did. Nutmegs, I believe that was Thiago, but either way. Ball back at the feet of Wrexham. Half an hour gone, 1-0 to Wolverhampton. Yuri Tielemans to Silva, inwards to Van Dijk. It's Tielemans. Again back to Silva. Wrexham being cautious on the ball here. Any sort of possession from Wolverhampton has been met. Well, with good defense from Wrexham, but either way, they've attacked every time of the ball has Wolverhampton. Well, that's a risky one. Tonali gets rid of it finally. That one did get right close. Fernandes to Fofana, to Fernandes. Oh, tries to slip it through to Luis Diaz. Diogo Dalot will push him off the ball and end up with possession in the defensive third here. Inwards to Thiago Silva. It's Tielemans. Tielemans to Thiago. Van Dijk again, and Fernandes now having to try to work it forward to Yuri Tielemans, and does. Tielemans to Nkunku. Nkunku slips it through to Barnes. Barnes may have one here. Oh, goodness me. Well, he's tried the outside foot again. Nick Pope had a much more difficult time that time getting a hand to it, and he does, but still. Corner for Wrexham. Bruno Fernandes to take. That ball swung in. Nobody there to collect. At the feet of Thiago. Thiago working inwards. He's got Luke Shaw there. Sandro Tonali tackles to Van de Ven. Oh, it's going to be a free kick here. Oh, and a very dangerous position for Wrexham as well. Right outside the 18-yard box. Let's see, so Bruno Fernandes with the free kick. He'll call Nkunku close. Fernandes! Stunning goal from Bruno Fernandes on the set piece. Here it is again. And he has done that well, hasn't he, as well? He struck it. Such pace as well. He's put it right, kind of top bins as well. Eh, not really. Nick Pope just couldn't get to it that time. 1-1 the score. So Mo Salah working forward now to Van de Ven. He's tackled. Van de Ven again, I don't know why he's playing so far up the pitch. 2 minutes added time. Luis Diaz trying to move forward. Oh, but now it's Nkunku. Back to Thiago. Up to Nkunku again. Nkunku has Sinistera. If Sinistera can work inwards here, no, it's a good tackle. And they get it away, Luis Diaz, and that'll do it for half. 1-1 the score. The free kick goal from Bruno Fernandes did very well. And Wrexham back level after conceding early. And let's see our match facts. Wrexham dominating possession. See, player of the game so far does go to Bruno Fernandes as expected. Although Mo Salah and Cody Gakpo playing well. Still a good game, this 1-1 the score. Could go either which way. It's Diaz. Diaz now, can he get past Diego Dalot? No. Dalot. Inwards to Fernandes. Fernandes to Thiago. Thiago now trying to work inwards. Thiago the shot, and it's in. Suddenly, Wrexham look as if they are more or less back to their old self. 2-1 to the hosts here, as it's Thiago with a good shot past Nick Pope. Wolverhampton were hoping to get better of Wrexham here after the reverse fixture, obviously, in match week 1, in which that game did go 2-1 to Wrexham, and, well, we're back to that again, aren't we? Although I would definitely expect here that we could see some more goals from either squad. As was Luis Diaz now. Diaz to Gakpo. Gakpo to Maddison, the shot, and, well, there it is. And just like that, Wolverhampton equalize. Well, here it is again. Mo Salah to Gakpo. Gakpo won't have a shot there, but Maddison is wide open. And has it on his left foot. Nicely taken. Martinez rooted to the spot. 2-2. The score here at Racecourse Ground. Again, on a fixture where either of these teams could move into the top end of the table even further. Dalot to Silva. Back to Dalot. Nkunku to Tielemans. To Thiago. When tackled in midfield, it's Van de Ven to Mo Salah. We've got an injured player down back there. I wonder who that is, but it's Mickey Van de Ven now. To Salah. Salah to Van de Ven. Mickey Van de Ven! What are you doing forward? Well, I tell you what you're doing. You're scoring. Well, here it is again. I mean, a good pass in from Mo Salah. Has space. Probably could have taken it himself, but no, it's gone to Mickey Van de Ven. Wolverhampton score 2 goals unanswered and get this lead back in their favor, 3-2. Now that we didn't expect. Of course, Van de Ven did score early in the campaign, much like this, as it is Thiago with the injury. Has he been subbed off? No, I think he's still out there. Yeah, he must be. They haven't been given the word that there's been substitution. We haven't seen the graphic pop up. We've only seen the injury. Diego Dalot to Sinisterra. Sinisterra now trying to work inwards. He may have men forward here. To Nkunku. Nkunku the shot, and look at this. It's 3-3. Christopher Nkunku making this game a 6-goal thriller. As the moment Mickey Van de Ven comes back in defense, he's beaten. Oh, yeah, Nkunku's very much cut well to the inside. Sandro Tonali hesitates, wanting to defend but can't. And a 3-3 game here. This is brilliant. Christopher Nkunku. Fantastic goal to bring Wrexham back level, but here they go. It's Wolverhampton back on the attack. It's Cody Gakpo. Can he get past Luke Shaw? No. Solid defending there from the Englishman, and now it's Harvey Barnes moving forwards. He's got Sinisterra. He's got Nkunku. He's got Thiago forwards as well. Sorry, that's Yuri Tielemans. And tackled. Look at this. Still about 25 minutes to play here. Anything can happen. It's Maddison. Maddison under pressure from Van Dijk, who's pressed well into midfield. Fofana over to Fernandez. Fernandez to Luis Diaz. Back to Fernandez. Fernandez now saved by Martinez at the near post. That ball kept in play only just. And Wrexham trying to move forwards with Yuri Tielemans. I think who was that brought down? I'm not quite sure. Either way, he's gotten back up with Fernandez to Tonali, trying to find Maddison, intercepted by Van Dijk. 20 minutes remain. This game could go either way. It's Nkunku to Barnes. Barnes to Shaw. Luke Shaw trying to work inwards, back to Thiago. Trent Alexander-Arnold pressuring, and a good job that time. And it's Cody Gakpo. Slips it to Alexander-Arnold on the far side, to Maddison, to Tonali. 15 minutes remain. And this match very well could go either way here. To Maddison, back to Tonali, to Salah, to Fernandez, to Luis Diaz, back to Fernandez. Can Fernandez find a shot? No. Fernandez tries to do too much with the football. And Wrexham now on the attack with Barnes. Backwards to Luke Shaw. Fernandez to Shaw. To Barnes, back to Luke Shaw, over to Thiago, now to Fernandez in midfield. About 10 minutes remain here. Barnes, can he get it to Sinisterra? Oh, it's overhit. It's out for a goal kick. We get a substitute coming on here. Will be Ivan Perisic coming on for Luis Sinisterra. For Wrexham, James Maddison replaced by Christian Eriksen. That kind of seems a mistake to me. I think I'd rather have Maddison at this point, unless he was that tired. Fofana to Konate, to Tonali back to Fofana. Fofana may have room here, but it's picked up by Fernandez. It's tackled by Luis Diaz. Now within 10 minutes to go. Wolverhampton trying to find some sort of attack here. It's Konate to Tonali, back to Fofana. To Tonali. We're trying to get it to Luis Diaz on the far side. It's Thiago to Barnes to Yuri Tielemans. Oh, and Nkunku may have space here. Nkunku versus Fofana. 5 minutes remain through the legs of Van de Ven to Barnes. Tackled. Luis Diaz as Cody Gakpo has Mo Salah on the far side, but is tackled from behind. It's Perisic. Sandro Tonali intercepts. Only a couple of minutes remaining now, although I think we're going to face a good amount of added time. Trent Alexander-Arnold inwards to Tonali, back to Trent on the outside. Konate, and what does the fourth official tell us? 3 minutes added time only. Trent Alexander-Arnold to Christian Eriksen. Mo Salah, it's going to be a free kick here. Advantage was played initially, but it will be a free kick. And a substitution being made. Wilfred Ndidi replacing Bruno Fernandes. As well as Kai Havertz coming on for Cody Gakpo. Can Kai Havertz make himself a hero? Trent Alexander-Arnold standing over the corner. Free kick. Ball come in, headed away. About 30 seconds remaining. It's Thiago to Barnes, back to Ndidi, and that will do it. A thrilling game here, ends all level between Wrexham and Wolverhampton. What a game that was. And despite 6 goals being scored, nothing in it. What a fantastic game that is.